There's a campaign promise that Donald Trump has made. We'll see if he can keep it. He says when he's elected in November, he will sponsor and institute the largest mass deportation in American history. All the illegals are going back to where they came from. Donald Trump came out with a wild statement this week. I'm going to just read it to you. You can have a president who lets thousands of radical Islamic terrorists into our country, or you can decide to have a president who throws radical Islamic terrorists the hell out of our country. He went on to say, this is Donald Trump, we have no choice. He was in Michigan pledging to have the largest deportation operation in American history if he's elected. In other words, the 45th president of the United States, if he happens to be the 47th president of the United States, is going to send everybody back to wherever they came from if they broke the law getting in, which, by the way, used to be the law. It actually still is the law. It's been modified by a very large number of executive orders coming out of Biden's White House. How do you feel about Trump's campaign promise, Will?
Let's go. I mean, let's go.
I'm totally there.
We're losing lives, innocent lives in this country because of what they have done. We're losing innocent lives. They're not trying to prevent it from happening. They're not trying to. They're not doing anything. And when it happens, for example, there was a young lady, mother of 5. She lost her life because of an illegal alien coming into the country. And Mayorkas goes, you know what? Condolences to the family, to the children, and like he's doing a speech. It doesn't even know really addressing the young lady that lost her life. 5 children without their mother because of what they have done. So when President Trump says that we need to make sure that we secure our country and want to do these things that they call radical, let's go.
I don't know how mechanically they're going to do it, but just the thought of it being done might interrupt the miles and miles of hundreds of thousands of people walking north or being bused north by people like George Soros and the Open Borders Society and whatever he calls his latest socialist communist revolutionary group. I'm totally in support.
Yeah. You know what? I think there was a poll that said 61% of Americans are in support of it as well.
Yeah. And by the way, that's both sides of the aisle, Will.
Yeah.
That's both sides of the aisle. It's interesting when Trump was in Detroit talking to...
In the hood.
Yeah, that's right. Talking to black organizers. What they were saying was, all these illegals are coming here and taking away our jobs. They're taking away money of the government that could go to citizens because these people are getting free housing, free medical care, free transportation, free education, free cell phones. And a lot of them are living in hotels while Americans are going hungry or living on the street or worse. And at a certain point, I think that has a lot to do with why the Democrat base is moving away from the Democrat Party. Remember, we talked about this a lot. The black vote was 90% reliable Democrat, and now they're going, hey, we're not buying into this crap. We worked, we've paid taxes, we're Americans, we ought to come first. And you know what? Everybody that says that's right.
They're so upset that when President Trump showed up in the hood in Detroit, first, remember, he showed up in the Bronx, the hood in the Bronx. They were upset about that. Now he's showing up in Detroit. They're upset the fact that he's showing up there and black people, white people, Hispanic people, people of all walks of life showing up, listening to President Trump, what he has to say. And the pastor at that church even mentioned that Obama never came to the hood. Never went to their church, never showed up to talk to them. But President Trump did. Now, of course, Obama showed up in Detroit, but he showed up where the elites are. He'll show up to where people are going to give him money. He never showed up in the hood addressing the issues. He didn't care about the issues. They didn't care about any of it. But of course, because the media, the way they are, you're not supposed to pay attention to that part of it.
Well, maybe that's why Trump is leading in all 7 swing states as of this morning. All of them.
Yeah.
I don't mean some of them. I mean all of them. But in every one of those swing
But
states, he lost.
how is that possible, Barry? He's a 34-time convicted felon. He has 2 impeachments. He has 91 other charges. He has all of these other civil suits. How is that possible?
Maybe people are not as dumb as we thought.
As
I
they
mean,
thought, yeah. They thought
yeah,
people were really stupid.
Yeah, I totally get it. I mean, the idea, some of the things that have come out of certain politicians' mouths, like you can't have ID to vote because certain people of a certain ethnicity are not smart enough to go get an ID. You know,
They don't know what
that's so.
yeah.
They don't know how to use a computer. They don't know how to get to the DMV. They can't fill out paperwork. They can't read. Those things, those comments are so insulting, are so racist, and are so, how shall we say, overtly transparent that people of certain nationalities are looking at it going, you've just insulted 20, 30, 40 million Americans. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
As they say, I'm leaving the plantation.
Yeah. But the interesting thing, Barry, what is his name? James Claiborne. He was just asked a question. He's a Democrat. He was just asked a question about black people starting to support President Trump, and he called it disinformation. He said it's not actually happening. So when they say these remarks about black people, they're expecting black people just to get in line, not pay attention to what's actually being said, right? Deflect from all of that and just go with what we are telling you. It's pretty disgusting.
I totally agree.